Hello again, this is Sophia for Ankara, and thanks for being a part of our channel and discussion today. So, I have been wondering about changes in life and changes in thought processes that I think deserves to be captured on a video and share with someone who might find it relatable. So, at times in life, we are all wondering what our purpose is in this world and what we are meant to do. And sometimes, if we are not careful, nor sync with people that are also charging the course on the same path we on, it could be very isolated. So I wanted to have a discussion with you and see where you are in this process of my thinking. Or do you know someone who could relate, or you've thought about it, but one way or the other, a few things had held you back, and those things could be religion, it could be family, it could be perception, it could be anything. But I wanted to let you know that you are not alone. So the title of this topic is, Have You Been Raptured? Don't crucify me. I know we have a particular set of religion that when you use a certain terminology, they get all caught up in that. That word was not made for you, brother or sister, if you are offended by the word raptured because you assume it's from a particular book and I've used it and it's not quantifying what you've been told. Well, sit down now. That word was not just made for a particular group of people. It's a word, and we can use it whenever and however we want. Thank you very much. So let's talk about 4 things that we should pay attention to if we've shifted into a different era, or if you've been raptured into a different era. And being raptured doesn't mean you are gonna all of a sudden see superficial angels picking you up and floating you up in the sky. Raptured could be moving into a different dimension, or moving into a different era, or moving into a different settings that no longer serves you. So if you've listened to me by far and you've not subscribed, please subscribe and share. But the 4 things we are gonna look at that would help you know that you've moved on into a different era. The first one is, do you or have you disconnect with things that no longer serves you? Have you identified with things that years ago it was important to you, but nowadays you just don't want to be a part of it? Things that had been so meaningful to you and you've accepted as important, but now, with the year we in, 2025, that particular set of dogma no longer serves you. You would know what it is. You would know what had been meaningful to you that is no longer more important to you. Have you disconnected from that? The people that you used to roll and ball with in this particular importance of event, of place, that you no longer affiliate with, have they been calling you? Have they been asking you what's happening? When are you coming? Are you okay? If this had happened to you, if you have disconnected from what you used to die for, but now that particular thing is no longer meaningful to you, you have shifted into a different era. 2, let's look at time, place, and the way you used to look at things. A lot of people are caught up in the past. They can't let the past go. They are still stuck in the past. Whatever happened, whatever transpired, they cannot let it go. And then you have another group of people that are so caught up in the future. Everything is about the future and the future this, and they are so afraid, and they cannot live their lives because they are so afraid of what the future holds. But there are a very few group of people that are living in the moment. They are living in the moment. They are present in the moment. They are intentional about what is happening right now. Now, don't get it misconstrued. I'm not saying that whatever event that happened to you negatively, you shouldn't let it teach you. You shouldn't learn from that. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that you've learned from what happened. You went through what you went through, and you have to learn and move on, because it's part of life. It's part of experience. On the contrary, I'm not saying you should just spend your livelihood, your 401k, your TSP, your CDs, because you shouldn't plan for the future. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is we got to be intentional about today. Whatever that we do today got to be meaningful. It got to be impactful. It got to be savored. We need to take the time and savor every moment. We need to taste every moment. It is cold right now, and a lot of people are waiting for summertime. Enjoy the life lessons that the cold winter season brings, is what I'm saying. Live in the present. Be conscious about the present. And if you used to live in the past or so focused in the future, but now you are intentional and present, you have also shifted into another era. I hope this is meaningful to you. If this syncs with you, if you could relate to this, let me know. Let me know. The third element that let me know, or if you could relate to, that signifies you have moved into another era, is you prefer to be solitude. You prefer to be alone for a moment. There is a difference between being lonely and being in a solitude environment. Being lonely is more of emotional absence of things that need to fulfill you, things that you're yearning for, things that you are missing, and you're lonely because nobody checks up on you. That is the difference between loneliness and solitude. Is you have all these people around you, yet you choose to take a moment and listen to your being. And that is where you can slow down your mind and listen to what your essence is telling you. That's hustling and bustling of the street light, the traffic, the noise, the partying, the every week, every weekend, just trying to be a part of some type of event is noisy to you. Are you selective about where you have been going lately? That's the noise kind of bothers you a bit. Do you prefer to just turn off the TV, shut down the phones, and just be by yourself and listen intuitively? If this had been happening to you, you have also shifted into a different era, a different dynamic, a different time in your life. The last thing that we will talk about is, have you removed yourself from relationships that no longer serves you? Relationship that once upon a time was so meaningful that you thought that if this person doesn't call you or you don't speak to this person, something would happen to you. But now you've just completely disconnected and you're okay with that. That means you have also shifted. You have been raptured into a different era. And there is nothing wrong with that. Relationships are supposed to be nurturing and fulfilling. Relationships are supposed to help us grow and correct us when we missed our way, coming from a loving and productive way. Relationships are supposed to pull us up from the mud, help us pull our boots on, and put us in a different environment, in a different state of being that is not belittling to ourselves. If a relationship belittles you, then that is not for you. But have you found a way to disconnect from this type of relationship, this type of family drama and dynamics, and you're okay with that? You have shifted into a different era. If you've listened to me by far, and you can identify with these 4 elements that I've shared with you, leave a comment with me in the comment section and let's have a dialogue. Thank you so much for being a part of this discussion today. Subscribe and share. This is Ifyajin for Ankara. We'll see you on the other side. Bye-bye.